Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop. Got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be reviewing the new Nude palette by Huda Beauty. It's what I have on my eyes right now, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this look with this palette and also letting you know my thoughts on the palette as well. First thing I do want to say about this palette is that I love the packaging. She always kills it when it comes to packaging. It looks absolutely stunning. It has like this holographic type of like thing to it when the letters say nude, and then it has her face, which has always been like her signature thing, to have her like eyes and nose and pretty much like half of her face like in her lashes and in her packaging. When you open up the palette, you get this right here, which is pretty much supposed to like mimic her. You get this inside the palette to pretty much protect your shadows. You get a huge mirror as well, and then you get 18 shades in the palette, which are these right here. This palette retails for $65. I do think that it's a little bit pricey. It's a lot on the pricier side, but if you do want a palette that works great, blends well, and all the shadows perform very well, then definitely check this palette out. I think this is worth the $65. Yet again, if you don't have anything like this in your collection, which I absolutely don't, like, to be completely honest with you guys, I never really go towards these type of palettes because of the fact that I'm not really a type of like, you know, a pink eyeshadow type of girl. I like more of my like brown tones and my red tones and stuff like that. So I never really go towards palettes like this, but in my opinion, I really think that this palette is worth the money and worth to have in your collection if you don't have anything like this, which I, like I said, personally don't. This palette brings a lot of like pinks and a lot of like mauve tones. It has like one shade over here that looks orange, but it's not. It's like an orange with a pink mixed in together, and it's just like a beautiful kind of like pastel kind of like palette. It's definitely something that I feel like no one has in their collection. A lot of the shades in this palette are very unique, and the textures as well. Especially the ones that are like right over here that have like the white specks in it. Those are very unique shadows. I do really think that this palette is worth the $65. The shadows blend really well. They don't leave any patchiness behind or anything like that. They bring a good amount of shadows. It also brings a concealer shade right over here, which is perfect if you love doing cut creases like I do. Once again, I feel like it's worth the money. If you can splurge on it and you want to get this palette maybe as a Christmas gift for yourself, or you want to put it in your wish list to get it as a Christmas gift, or whatever the case may be, Christmas right around the corner, or if it's your birthday and you want this palette, then definitely don't think about it twice. Like I always tell you guys, you can always return things that you don't like at Sephora, so I would recommend for you guys to purchase it at Sephora, try the palette out for yourself, see if you like it, and if you don't, then you have no obligation in keeping it. Yeah, I really love the palette. If you guys do end up getting it, then let me know on Instagram. I'll list my Instagram and my Twitter down below so we can chat on there. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it, and also don't forget to comment down below what was your favorite part of the video, and what if you will be purchasing this palette or not, why you will be purchasing it, why you won't be purchasing it. I just want to know your thoughts down below. Also, don't forget to turn on your bell notification button so you are notified each time that I upload, because YouTube be playing games nowadays, and if you don't have that button on, then you will not be notified anytime that I upload, like literally at all. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on my next one. So I already have my eyebrows done and my eyelids primed. I just primed with Tarte Shape Tape because it dries down to a matte finish. You guys know this. If you are new to my channel, then now you know. I pretty much do it with that or any type of concealer that dries down to kind of like a matte finish, so that way I don't have to go ahead and set it with powder, because that pretty much messes up with the pigmentation of any palette. So in today's video, I will be reviewing the new Nude palette by Huda Beauty. I am so excited to try this palette out. I've seen people use it on Instagram. It's like literally the biggest hype that there is at the moment right now when it comes to makeup. A lot of you guys know that I really love the Huda Beauty brand, and most of you may have found me by one of my reviews that I did on the Mini Obsessions palette, the electric one, a few months back. That video did really well, and I know a lot of you guys found me because of that video. So here I am once again reviewing one of Huda Beauty's products, Huda Beauty's eyeshadows. You guys know that I really like the formula and I like how the shadows perform, but yet again, in every single palette is not going to be the same. We're hoping it's the same consistency as all her other shadows, but that will be kind of like unrealistic to even like have that expectation, because you just never know what you're, you know, what went wrong, what went right. Like, you just never know, you know what I mean? So this is why I'm here to try this palette out for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, so let's see. So this palette pretty much retails for $65, and you get 18 shades, including one concealer shade. This is meant to cut out the crease or pretty much apply it before you apply any of the other shades, if you want to do that. I'm definitely going to try it today because I just want to give it a go. I've seen people use it and it looks fine, but I'm not really a big fan of concealers that are like this, like in a palette, you know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and try that out anyway for the purpose of the video, but the color scheme in this palette is absolutely beautiful. Like, it looks stunning. So I'm going to start off with this shade right here. This is the shade called Pallete, and it's kind of like a orangey type of like base, and I'm just going to run that. Yeah, this is definitely like a pink orange type of color, and I'm just going to run that in my crease with a Zoeva 228 brush. I'm not even sure like what look I'm going for, but let's see how this turns out. I just know that I want to do kind of like a half cut crease with a very like smoky outer corner. It's going to take the shade Teddy. I really like how this is looking, and the shadows are blending really nice and smooth, which I also like. And I mean, I expect for a palette that's this expensive, because let's face it, this palette is expensive, honey. You have to be spending your coins to get this palette, because girl, $65 for an eyeshadow palette, $65. This palette has like literally barely any fallout. Like, I'm pretty close right now, and I'm sure you guys can see that there's barely any fallout. Like, that's really good as well. These matte shades are blending really nice. Right, the shade Teddy is kind of like a pink with mixed in with a brown. It's not an entirely like pink shade, but it's like a pink mix. All of these shades here are very unique so far. I've never like owned any shadows that look a certain way and perform and like, you know, have like a different like color into them. I don't know how to explain it, but I just don't own any of the shadows that I've used so far, which are Play and Teddy. Like, they're so different and so unique, like in their own way. I just want to use as much shades as possible, so now I'm just going to take this shade right here, which is Tickle. To be completely honest, this is a palette that I would never pick up if it wasn't like for Huda, because me and pink tones and like mauve tones and all of that stuff, like, I'm not really like into it. Like, I don't go towards that, you know? So this is kind of like me stepping out of my comfort zone right now, like a lot. Next shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here, and this is the shade Spanked. It's pretty. We're going to go in with this shade right here, placing that on the outer corner. And This shadow looks brown, but it's going on pink. Let me switch brushes. Maybe it's because of my brush. I'm going to switch over to a Morphe M514 brush. I just want to like keep applying this shade. Like I think Raw is like my favorite shade ever. T. Oh god. Just taking that shade, which is called Concealed. Pigmentation is definitely there. I do like this, to be honest. I feel like it's very convenient, especially if you do cut creases. Like, it's very convenient to just have this shade right over here that pretty much is a concealer. And all you have to do is take your brush and cut your crease out. Or if you just use this to give your shadows a little bit more vibrancy, you know what I mean? So definitely really like that. Let's see. I'm not sure which shade I want to go in with because all these shades are so like pretty. So this is Charmed right here. That's beautiful. This is Fantasy right here. This is Crave right over here, which beautiful. And then last but not least, we have a Daydream, which is this one right here. They're all beautiful. I feel like I want to put all of them on my freaking eyelids. Guys, so this is the moment that we all been waiting for. At least I've been waiting for. This is Daydream right here. It's this beautiful kind of like pearl-like reflective pink type of shade. Oh, girl, I'm packing that on my eyelid. Oh my god. You guys. This took the shade Fantasy, which is this one right here. This is Fantasy, and I applied that to kind of like the outer corner. It looks stunning. Like I'm just meshing those two colors. We're going to take that shade right there, which is Infatuated. Lace it all over my lips. These are also better to work with your finger. These are like the pressed glitters in the palette. So they're just gonna stick right on there, and oh my god, I can't. I literally can't. Like, what is this? What is this kind of potion you put in there? So I also have a new product here that is not from Huda, but it is from Artist Couture, and is this thing right here. It's called Diamond Lights Finisher, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's a very beautiful, sleek packaging. And apply that like over top this as well, because I don't want it to be as pink. Oh my god, but look what that did. I hope it showed on camera. Like, okay, look at this eye without it, right? And then look as I apply it. It's like magic. This is just beautiful. So for lashes today, I am going to be taking Baddie B lashes in the style Insta-Ho. Another new product that I wanted to try out on camera, and this is the Artist Couture Press Highlighter in the shade Hot Damn. also wanted to show you guys what I will be wearing on my lips because I know you guys are going to be curious, and I'm taking MAC Spice lip liner and also using Coco Loco lip liner by Jordana over top. And then for my lips, I am using Semi Naked from Bobbi Brown.
Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop. Got your feet both locked.